National Electrical Code Article 406.9c mandates that floor outlets must have covers. These covers must either be flush with the floor or designed in a way that furniture and other equipment can be rolled over them without causing damage or creating a hazard. The reasoning behind this requirement is multifaceted, primarily aimed at ensuring safety and preventing damage. Firstly, floor outlets without covers present a risk of electrical shock. Exposed terminals can come into contact with conductive objects or even people, leading to a potential electrocution hazard. This is particularly concerning in environments where individuals may be unaware of the risks or where children might be present. Secondly, the absence of covers increases the risk of fire. Loose connections or damaged wiring within the outlet can lead to arcing or sparking. These sparks can easily ignite nearby flammable materials such as carpets, paper, or other debris that may accumulate around the outlet. Thirdly, floor outlets without covers create a physical injury hazard. The exposed outlet can become a tripping hazard, especially in areas with high foot traffic. Additionally, objects can fall into the outlet, causing damage to the outlet itself or potentially injuring someone who attempts to retrieve the object. Fourthly, uncovered floor outlets are susceptible to the accumulation of dirt, debris, and moisture. These contaminants can damage the outlet and its connections, leading to malfunctions, corrosion, and ultimately, electrical failure. Moisture, in particular, can create a path for electrical current, increasing the risk of shock. While the National Electrical Code generally requires covers for floor outlets, there are a couple of exceptions. Firstly, outlets located in raised floors that are not accessible to traffic or equipment may not require covers. This exception typically applies in specialized environments where access to the raised floor is restricted and controlled. Secondly, outlets designed for use with floor mats or other coverings that provide equivalent protection from traffic and dirt may also be exempt from the cover requirement. These specialized outlets are designed in such a way that the floor mat or covering effectively protects the outlet from physical damage, debris accumulation, and accidental contact. It is important to note that even in these exception cases, it is crucial to ensure that the alternative protection method is properly installed and maintained to provide the same level of safety as a traditional outlet cover. Failing to do so can negate the exception and create the very hazards that the National Electrical Code seeks to prevent. In any electrical installation, adherence to the National Electrical Code is paramount. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive set of standards and guidelines designed to ensure the safe installation and operation of electrical systems. It is developed and maintained by the National Fire Protection Association, and it is widely adopted by jurisdictions throughout the United States and other countries. Compliance with the National Electrical Code is not merely a matter of following rules, it is a matter of protecting people and property from the hazards of electricity. Licensed electricians undergo extensive training to understand and apply the National Electrical Code. They are equipped to identify potential hazards and implement safety measures to mitigate those risks. When it comes to electrical work, it is always best to hire a qualified and licensed electrician to ensure that the work is done safely and in compliance with the National Electrical Code. Attempting to perform electrical work without the proper training and experience can be extremely dangerous and can lead to serious injury or even death. Even seemingly simple tasks, such as replacing an outlet or installing a light fixture, can involve hidden dangers if not performed correctly. In addition to the specific requirements for floor outlets, the National Electrical Code contains numerous other provisions related to electrical safety. These provisions cover a wide range of topics including wiring methods, grounding, overcurrent protection, and equipment installation. By following the National Electrical Code, electricians can minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. It is also important to remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on the jurisdiction. Local authorities may have their own amendments or additions to the National Electrical Code to address specific local conditions or concerns. Therefore, it is essential to consult with local building officials to ensure that any electrical work complies with all applicable requirements. Regular inspections of electrical systems are also crucial for maintaining safety. Over time, wiring can deteriorate, connections can loosen, and equipment can fail. Regular inspections can identify these problems early on, allowing for timely repairs and preventing potential hazards. Inspections are typically performed by qualified electrical inspectors who are trained to identify code violations and other safety concerns. In addition to professional inspections, it is also a good idea to periodically inspect your own electrical system for any obvious signs of damage or wear. Look for things like frayed wiring, cracked outlets, or loose connections. If you notice anything that looks suspicious, contact a qualified electrician for further evaluation. Remember, electricity is a powerful and potentially dangerous force. By following the National Electrical Code, hiring qualified electricians, and performing regular inspections, you can help to ensure the safety of yourself, your family, and your property. The specific requirement in National Electrical Code Article 406.9c regarding floor outlet covers is a relatively straightforward one, but it highlights a broader principle of electrical safety. That principle is that electrical systems must be designed and installed in a way that minimizes the risk of accidental contact with energized parts. This is achieved through a combination of insulation, guarding, and other protective measures. In the case of floor outlets, covers serve as a physical barrier to prevent accidental contact with the terminals. This is particularly important in areas where people may be walking or working near the outlets. Without covers, there is a much greater risk of someone accidentally stepping on or touching the terminals, which could result in an electrical shock. The requirement for covers that are flush with the floor or designed to be rolled over is also important for preventing tripping hazards. Protruding outlets can be a tripping hazard, especially in areas with high foot traffic. By requiring covers that are flush with the floor, the National Electrical Code helps to minimize this risk. The exception for outlets in raised floors that are not accessible to traffic or equipment recognizes that the risk of accidental contact is much lower in these situations. In these cases, the raised floor itself serves as a barrier to prevent accidental contact. Similarly, the exception for outlets designed for use with floor mats or other coverings recognizes that these coverings can provide equivalent protection to a traditional outlet cover. However, it is important to ensure that the coverings are properly installed and maintained to provide the necessary level of protection. In summary, the requirement for floor outlet covers in National Electrical Code Article 406.9c is a simple but effective measure for preventing electrical shock, fire, physical injury, and damage to the outlet. By following this requirement, you can help to ensure the safety of yourself and others. Furthermore, remember that the National Electrical Code is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical safety topics. It is essential to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed in compliance with the National Electrical Code and other applicable regulations. Consider the environment of a correctional institute. These facilities, by their nature, require a high degree of safety and security. The population may include individuals with a history of property damage or even intentional acts of vandalism. Therefore, any potential hazard, including uncovered floor outlets, must be addressed proactively. The risk of electrical shock is a primary concern. Inmates may attempt to tamper with the outlets, either out of curiosity, frustration, or a desire to cause disruption. Exposed terminals present a clear and present danger, as contact with energized parts can result in serious injury or death. The risk of fire is also a significant consideration. Correctional facilities often house a large number of people in close proximity, making fire safety a top priority. Uncovered floor outlets can become ignition sources if loose connections or damaged wiring create sparks. These sparks can easily ignite bedding, clothing, or other flammable materials, leading to rapid and devastating fire. The risk of physical injury should not be overlooked. Inmates may trip over uncovered outlets, especially in dimly lit areas or during times of unrest. These trips can result in falls and other injuries, which can place a strain on the facility's medical resources. The accumulation of dirt and debris is also a concern. Correctional facilities can be challenging to keep clean, and uncovered floor outlets can quickly become receptacles for dirt, dust, and other contaminants. These contaminants can damage the outlets and their connections, leading to malfunctions and potential safety hazards. In light of these considerations, it is clear that floor outlet covers are essential in correctional facilities. The covers provide a physical barrier that protects against electrical shock, fire, physical injury, and the accumulation of dirt and debris. They help to maintain a safe and secure environment for both inmates and staff. It is important to ensure that the covers are properly installed and maintained. Damaged or missing covers should be replaced promptly. Regular inspections should be conducted to identify any potential hazards. In addition to the specific requirements for floor outlets, correctional facilities should have a comprehensive electrical safety program in place. This program should include regular training for staff on electrical safety procedures. It should also include policies and procedures for reporting and addressing electrical hazards. By taking these steps, correctional facilities can minimize the risk of electrical accidents and ensure the safety of everyone in the facility. The NEC guidelines, including 406.9c, are the minimum safety standards. One must take the environmental factors that could affect electrical components and safety standards. If there is a chance there is a higher risk of tampering or abuse from human contact, then you want to reduce that as much as possible. Therefore, if you are building a facility, consult with an electrical engineer and make sure the design meets the needs of the population that will be occupying the facility. Also make sure the facility is well grounded. This helps with electrical issues. Check with local electrical codes to make sure that it is up to code for the state of Minnesota.